Sanders is going to take a knee, so this will come out to the 20. Fletcher Cox retaking the field. Their defense has had a lot to do with them getting out to this lead, and he's been the one setting the tone, Phil.
Yeah, Jim, I love the way he plays. He's had a terrific day so far. His toughness, I think that's his greatest quality.
The Broncos are going to line up. Close game, second quarter. The score's 7-0. First down at the 20. They give it to him on the counter. And making the stop, it's Malcolm Jenkins. It's now second down. Quarters formation here for the defense. From the gun. The sack by Fletcher Cox.
Well, if I was that quarterback, I'd be mad after getting sacked like that by the defensive end. Your offensive tackle's just got to do a better job.
On the way, third down. The Broncos get set at the line, needing to get to the 30 for a first. They'll go shotgun. Middle of the second quarter, and this offense continues to struggle, Phil.
Sooner or later, they got to find some rhythm out there. And, maybe it's a trick play that can get them started. Sometimes a reverse, a flea flicker, plays like that can get your offense feeling good and playing better.
Huff's got it now. That's a tackle at the 48. That return's good for about 16.
Such a great athlete. You got to find ways to get the football to him. Here's another way to get it to him. On a punt return, how explosive is he? Man, that's the answer.
The line of scrimmage, the 48. First down at the 48. Wants to go deep. They go down with simultaneous possession. Let's see who comes away with it. And it's the offense. What a catch by the wideout. Wow, partner. I think a lot of us need to get our eyes checked. That looked like an interception.
Man, speak for yourself. Yeah, the play was close, but if there's a tie, just like in baseball, it goes to the receiver. At that time, I think it was tied.
The defense at this point trying to keep him out of the end zone. Now first and 10. DeMarco Murray gets the handoff. He'll pick up 7 this time.
The Eagles have really been dominant today on the offensive side. In the red zone now, they just take the football and they run it right at the defense and pick up solid yards.
Here's the handoff. Runs it in for the touchdown. We're approaching halftime, and with that touchdown, they have a little extra breathing room before the break.
Oh, man, they're inhaling big time, and they love the way they feel right now and where they're at in this football game. On the defensive side, listen, you got some information. You saw what they're doing on the other side, so make some adjustments and find a way to get back in and get a way to win this game.
The Eagles setting up here for the kickoff. Sanders is going to drop to a knee here, so this will come out to the 20. The Broncos. Phil, what's the issue with this team? This offense specifically. 3 straight drives without a score.
Well, Jim, I'd say this. It's bad coaching. I just hate what they're trying to do on the offensive side. They're not putting their players in position to give them a chance to compete against this defense. They've got to change things up, give their offense a chance, and give these players a chance.
First down at the 20. trying to plow ahead. Brought down at the 26.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this, over a period of time, it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job by the offensive line.
2-minute warning. Welcome back. Halftime just a couple of minutes away as we resume play out of the 2-minute warning.
Let's go.
The Broncos snap it up at the 26. The reception by Demaryius Thomas.
If you think you can get a playoff quickly and not use a timeout, you go with a hurry-up offense. That time, a good job by the coach and the quarterback.
And here we have second down. No huddle time. No time to even look up. He's sacked again.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit here. You want to stop the offense from scoring here with under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Good pressure on the quarterback, and they take him down behind the line of scrimmage.
The Broncos have it at the 24. He's brought down. That's going to bring up fourth down.
The Broncos know what a situation they were in right there. It was a tough one, third and long. What are you going to do? Well, they decide to run the football, and I agree with that. If you try to throw it down the field, it probably was going to lead to a mistake.
Huff's going to look for space now. Raised there to make the tackle. And that's going to do it for the first half. We'll be back to Space City, Houston, Texas, for the start of the second half after the break. With this kick, the second half is underway. Catches it at the 2 and starts his return. And the tackle is made right around the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to continue its recent run here as they've scored the last 2 times they've had it, Phil.
Well, let's look at it from the defensive side. What do you think they're thinking? Oh, my gosh, what's coming next? Because everything the offensive side so far has worked.
Ends up picking up 3 yards. Murray, the lone setback this time. Jordan Matthews brings it in. And Matthews is tackled down at the 50.
Keep the momentum on your side. You got a lead here in the second half. Nice play that time. You pick up the first down. Let's see if you can take advantage of it.
First down following the long play. The Eagles get a first down. That's his 5th catch of the day. The Eagles continue to pass the football, and when they have, they've looked in one familiar direction. And Matthews has had big plays all over this field today, Phil.
He's like the shooting guard, Jim, in basketball. If he's making a lot of shots, let him keep shooting, so they have found a way to keep getting the football in his hands.
The Eagles now move the chains. And Matthews has been option 1, 2, and 3 on offense today, Phil, as he just keeps piling up receptions at the wideout position.
Jim, he just has that special skill. He knows how to get open, and the quarterback is putting the football on the money.
Murray's lined up now as the running back behind the quarterback. First down and 10. He's into the open. Ward that time in on the tackle.
Nice situation here for the offense. They're winning the football game. Now they're in the red zone. Let's see if they can come up with a play that fools the defense.
Scrambling. Brandon Marshall has the sack.
Now, this is about as bad as it gets for a quarterback in a situation like this. You're near the goal line, and they give you a chance to throw the football, and you take a sack. Oh, my gosh. I wouldn't want to be him in that film session tomorrow.
Loss of 5 on the play. Can't hold on here as this ball's incomplete.
When you get third and goal, a lot of times it just comes down to who's willing to fight the hardest. We'll find out here in a second.
Third down and 11. Has it. Touchdown. At this point in the game, midway through the third, that touchdown has them on the brink of putting this game away.
Man, they're starting to put their mark on this game, Jim, and you just got to be careful. Don't let it get away from you right here. Find a way to go out there and score on the offensive side and get back into this football game.
And Matthews is probably ready to get right back on the field after that last drive, a drive in which he contributed over 40 yards receiving, helping the team score. The Broncos back deep, ready to receive. Sanders is not going to test the coverage this time as he takes a knee. The Broncos have gone from bad to worse after an ugly first half. There's nothing here to shine in the second half either.
Have you ever had a situation like this where it's just really gone all against you and nothing goes right and you just were absolutely awful?
Every week I work with you.
There we go. Bingo. Man, you smashed that one out of the park. Well, there's no substitute for talent. And that time we saw a lot of talent from the quarterback throwing it down the field, and what a good job of the wide receiver making the catch.
Coming to the line at the 48. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. Takes it on the draw. Logan's all over that offense and brings him down.
The Eagles guessed right on the defensive side that time. They thought it was going to be a run play. They were all over it, and they got it in the backfield and made the tackle.
Double tight end formation. Second down and 11. And he just tosses it incomplete.
Well, but it's third and long. I'll just say this. Be very careful on the offensive side.
The ball is spotted at the 49.
Let's go.
From the gun. Two hands on the football and has the catch. That's his first reception today. The Eagles call timeout, and they'll have 2 remaining. The Broncos snap it at the 31. Going deep, looking for Demaryius Thomas. In his hands, complete, touchdown.
Nice throw by the quarterback that time. Put it right on the money. Not a big window. It doesn't matter to him today. Great control of the football. Put it right in there for the touchdown.
Add the extra point. The kick is good. The Broncos defense will now be ready to get on the field. Their offense moved the ball over 80 yards on that last drive. Really no answer for them on what was a very impressive drive. The Broncos getting ready to kick it off. Huff's got a chance to return this one. And he's met head on right there at the 20. The Eagles were on fire in the first half, and they are committed, it's obvious, to playing inspired football for 4 quarters, Parker.
They're playing inspired football, but, man, I don't know. Listen, this defense has been awful. So it's a combination of both, but this defense has got to find a way to pick it up.
First down at the 20. Looking long. 2nd and 10. Heaving it down the field. On target. That's reception. Number 7 for him. The Eagles have counted on a familiar face today. And Matthews has racked up a ton of yardage in the passing game today and continues to extend a very good season.
There are so many tremendously good wide receivers in the NFL. We see it every single week, and there's no doubt this guy, one of the best in the NFL.
Has his target.
When you see the defensive back on the inside of a wide receiver, you have a corner route on, make sure you throw it towards the sideline, let the wide receiver outrun the defensive back, and he makes a nice catch to it.
Almost intercepted. That leads us to 2nd down. Eagles in for the score. That's his 2nd touchdown today. Those points may have made the lead insurmountable with just over a quarter to play.
Yeah, it's tough. Sometimes you get in a situation like this, don't look at the scoreboard. Just think about going out and executing one play at a time, and you hope if you do that, somewhere in the 4th quarter,
he's got it. Gets out past the 30 and brought down at the 35. The best quarterbacks find ways to make plays, and here we're looking at a very talented player who figured out a way to get out of an early funk.
Yeah, great adjustment by the quarterback. Now he's found a way to get it done, and when you're as good as him, of course, sooner or later you are going to get going and get hot, and it's fun to watch.
1st down at the 35. Hendricks there to make the tackle.
Always good to have these types of runs. Yeah, it's not a 1st down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense.
2nd down and 5. Quick screen to Sanders. And he's tackled, but not until he picked up the 1st down. That's his 1st reception today.
That's a really good throw and catch, and they get the 1st down, Jim. That's what you want to do. Pick up that 1st down. Now you give your offense 3 more opportunities.
1st and 10. It's Gresham. And now they'll be on the other side of the 50 after this play. We're back here in this lopsided game. He'll take the snap, the 1st here in the 4th quarter. And incomplete. Didn't get his feet down. The Eagles all season long have won the turnover battle, and today it's more of the same.
When you look at turnovers, it really, to me, comes down to one thing. That means you have a lot of speed on the defensive side. You can hit them before they are ready, and that's what they're doing here today.
Makes the reception. Finally, a 3rd down conversion.
Arm strength is a nice thing to have. When the window of opportunity is very small, quarterbacks with strong arms can still fire it in there. Nice throw right on target by the QB.
1st and 10. A nice grab. No doubt he was going to hold on to that one.
Good route that time by the receiver on the out route. Nice throw by the quarterback. This is what they call a timing route. Well, they were right on time.
Now 1st and 10. Will go ground. And Ryans is able to read that play and make the hit.
The Broncos running back that time, he makes a bad decision. You can't be looking to make every play a big play when you're running the football. Look for a few yards. Take advantage of that. He tries for the big play. What happens? He gets tackled for a loss.
Loss of 4 on the play. 2nd down and a long way to go. Picks up 8 here.
The Broncos know once they get inside the 20-yard line, you have to be able to run the football also. It can't be pass, pass, pass all the time. The offensive line comes through. Good, solid run that time.
The offense is going to stay on the field now for this 4th and 7. From the shotgun. Makes the grab. Touchdown.
What a throw by the quarterback for a touchdown. It was just really nice. He threw it beautifully, right on target. Touchdown.
The Broncos for the point after. And the point after is good. The Eagles will get it back in a moment. Still have a 2-possession lead. Scores 28-14. Huff's going to test the coverage here. And the tackle is made. The offense will start their drive from about the 31. The Eagles will try to answer right back here with another touchdown. Both offenses dominating the game right now. It's been a while since we've had a drive that hasn't ended in a touchdown, Phil.
You're right, Jim. The offenses are dominating, and you look at the defensive players. They are truly on their heels. They don't know what's coming, and they don't know what to do.
Looking long. The ball is taken out of his hands.
That's a wonderful job that time by the secondary. Everybody's in position. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football, and it leads to another incomplete pass.
The Eagles snap it at the 31. Looking to go down the field here. Is it caught? Yes! The offense has the ball. The Broncos trail right now. They just have not been able to rush the quarterback, which is very rare for this defense.
Well, they got to find a way to get to the quarterback, and I don't know, what do? Do you bring in different players? Do you use some different subs? Hey, I think they should start blitzing, find a way to hit that QB.
And that's a gain of 9. The Broncos have counted on this defense to keep them in games this year, but so far that unit has been absolutely manhandled.
Yeah, this is a game they are not used to. That is for sure. And what you're doing on the defensive side, you get in that huddle, and you just want somebody to make a play to turn this game around and get the
Marshall wraps up the quarterback and takes him to the ground. There's going to be an injury timeout here. We'll take a quick break and be back in just a moment. We'll head back to the field now after the injury timeout. Danielle Bellini is getting us the update on exactly what happened down there. Can they overcome the sack? 3rd down on the way. Touchdown could have officially put this one out of reach.
Well, if it's not out of reach, it'll take 2 miracles to get back in this game by the defensive side. My gosh, they just gave up that time. They let the offense march down there and just score a touchdown that put this game out of reach.
Let's go now to Danielle Bellini, who has an injury update.
Guys, I just spoke with an Eagles official. Sounds like it's just a minor issue, and he'll be back on the field shortly. Sanders
is going to run this one out. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. It's somewhat surprising to see, but you look at the rushing totals, and this part of their game has become less effective as the game's gone on.
I think the running back is starting to tire a little bit. As you watch him run, just doesn't look as determined as he was early in the game.
quarters formation here for the defense. The Broncos have it at the 24. Fritz Whalen with the catch.
You can only take what the defense gives you. Even though the offense is down here in the fourth quarter, they throw it short. That was a smart play.
They'll send it back to the quarterback out of the gun. This will be ruled incomplete. Didn't get the feet down. 3rd and 7 following the incompletion. The Broncos need to get to the 34 for a first down. Out of the gun. Thomas has got it. And a first. That's reception number 4 for him. Defense now signaling for a timeout. The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. They'll hike it to him out of the shotgun. To Williams. The pass is incomplete. There was no one open.
Well, your teammates are really going to respect you after something like this. Anytime you're on that field as an athlete, and when you give all your effort to every single play like that time, how about that? Just giving every bit of effort he can to make the catch. Not able to get it, but what a job and effort.
And it's in the hands of Emmanuel Sanders. Can you believe how steady and reliable this guy is?
He is. It'll time. You throw the football near him, he'll make the catch.
And the catch is made by Whalen. That's a timeout by the defense. Play number 6 coming up on this drive. The Eagles sat at the line. Dime package. 2nd and short. Catch made at the gain of 6.
Good job that time by the offense. They pick up a first down inside the 20-yard line. Now we'll see if they can punch it in and get 7 points.
First down here after the completion. From the gun. Brandon Graham has the sack.
You got to be quick and decisive when you're down near the goal line and you're throwing the pass as a quarterback. That time it was not, and he takes a huge sack.
The big sack on the last play brings up 2nd down and 11. We're back. Only 2 minutes remain in this one.
Let's go.
2nd and 11. And that'll close the gap.
Nice throw by the quarterback that time. Put it right on the money. Not a big window. It doesn't matter to him today. Great control of the football. Put it right in there for the touchdown.
The Broncos for the point after. Makes the PAT. The Eagles are ready for the return, and they must be feeling like things are slipping right through their fingers as their lead has been reduced. The score's 35-21. Everything hinged on them recovering that onside kick, and they failed to do so.
Well, Jim, when you're doing the onside kick, you really got to hope for that perfect bounce of the football. That time it did not happen. That's why they didn't recover.
As we see the stats now, you really like what both guys have been able to do at wideout today, Phil.
Yeah, they have been spectacular out there on the field. The numbers are awesome. This league, once again, we know it's about the pass, and we saw it here today.
Set up now at the 37. The Broncos defense now is going to go nickel. First down at the 37. Going for the deep ball. Nice catch. Harris is in on the tackle. And there's a timeout, so we'll take one with him. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jim, the offensive coordinator's done a terrific job so far here today. He's got his team winning. You're in the red zone. Let's see how clever he's going to be on this call.
The sack by Junior Gillette. And the defense will use one of its timeouts right here. Everybody's back out on the field now after that defensive timeout. All set up now at the 15. Second and long. Gillette's in on the tackle. That's a timeout by the D. Third and goal from the 10. This time, they failed to pick up the first on third down. A rare occurrence here today.
Well, you get in a situation like this, what you want to do is just show how tough you are. You know, if you score, the game is over. You'd like to hand it off and just power the football into the end zone.
Back at the line. They're going for it on fourth. Touchdown, Philadelphia Eagles. And that's 3 touchdowns for him today.
That time on fourth and goal, the offense goes for it. The defense is all excited. They want to try to stop them, and they make bad mistakes and give up the touchdown. Nice job by the defense that time, stopping a 2-point conversion. It is so tough from the 2-yard line. So many things to think about on the defensive side, but they were ready that time.
The Eagles preparing for the onside kick. That kick came right at him, and it looks like the receiving team has recovered. The Broncos take the field on offense. They have been manhandled here throughout today, Phil. And what can they take out of these last few minutes that could be positive for them?
Well, you know, Jim, in a situation like this,
and the quarterback is taken down by Kiko Alonso. No timeouts now. They'll be in the hurry up. Snap it out of the gun. Got the completion. Just look at what the quarterback has done in this game, but it's not enough at this point to be leading in this game, Phil.
Yeah, he's going to look at the stat line and say, hey, he had an outstanding game, but they got to find a way to win. It just tells you it's not all about the quarterback. The team has to all play together.
Graham wraps up the quarterback. And now they'll try over again on second down. Going to the hurry up. Under a minute to go here. Stops the clock on the spike. They come to the line at the 28. Launches it down the field. Going for it on fourth down. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. He'll take the snap from the gun. Scanning the field. Makes the catch. Touchdown.
What a throw by the quarterback for a touchdown. It was just really nice. He threw it beautifully, right on target. Touchdown.
He made it. The Broncos were very effective on that scoring drive, especially via the pass. Over 50 passing yards on that scoring drive. Huff's got it. And he's taken down right at about the 29, not quite to the 30. The Eagles offense comes out for what is in essence just a kneel down or two to make this one official. And Phil, what a sweet moment it is for that bunch of players right there.
Oh yeah, a lot of smiles on the offensive side as you walk out on the field. And it's just, you think about it this way. A tough week of work, all the preparation and the practice, and you came through and got it done and enjoyed the moment. That's what you have to do as a defensive back. You got to wait to the last second. Wait till the receiver uses his hands, and once they go up, put your hand in between them and knock that football down. What a play.
Running room. That's a tackle right near the 48. The Philadelphia Eagles have won the Super Bowl. The Lombardi Trophy is going back to the city of brotherly love. Phil, you experienced it. You won a Super Bowl. I'm looking down at the field, seeing all those players. I can only imagine what it's like.
It doesn't even seem real. That's what it is. You just, when you go to work each training camp, you think, okay, it's all going to fall away and we're going to get it done. But when it actually happens, you can't imagine that it all fell into place, that everybody lived up to their expectations and got it done. What a great feeling.